All right, boys. So here we are, pretty much going to be discussing what will be the next festival, and we have like some beta leaks in terms of what his skills would be, and we also have a slight hint towards maybe possibly an LR that is going to be coming alongside of this festival, which is going to be pretty soon. So let's get into the video, but first we gotta showcase pretty much the D2 teaser. Again, the D2 teaser. All right, so this is the D2 teaser. As you can see, it's just all the commandments being thrown around, and I believe it's a different background as well, like the demon world. But I guess this one's a lot different from D1, and we definitely gonna be discussing that, because again, this one has all of the commandments obviously in there. But if you notice with the other D2 teaser, it did not have all the commandments, and that's, we can see through the beta leaks. All right, so here we are on the beta leaks, and like I said before, a lot of players pretty much noticed from the D1 teaser in terms of this photo right here that it was showing no MELASCULA commandments, but it was showing 2 Zeldrris commandments. Like, was this giving us a little bit of a hint that the festival will be a Demon King based Zeldrris? Because again, a lot of players wanted Demon King possessed Meliodas, but this is showing us that it could possibly that they are slightly teasing us on D1 teaser that the festival will be the Demon King possessed Zeldrris, probably the younger version. And you can also see there's no MELASCULA as well too, because this will be also leading us to believe that maybe the next LR will be MELASCULA. Again, if you don't know, pretty much LRs, or not LRs, the demon team is kind of struggling right now in terms of competing with CC. Again, a lot of these other race-based teams have been getting a lot of collabs, so they are getting collabs that are like 75 KCC all throughout the characters, or 74. And again, with the demon team, the last collab we had was what, I think like Irons and stuff like that, Overlord or Demiurge. So again, demons right now are lacking in terms of CC. Again, they have a lot of potential characters, but again, most of the characters do need an LR. Again, I think the only demon LR there is like Gallon and Zeldrris. I know Glocks had an LR, but his LR is more focused on fairies, so he doesn't even count in terms of the commandment threshold. So it'd be kind of interesting to see if you do get an LR MELASCULA, because then demons could potentially get a little bit better. But hopefully what they do instead of, just for something pretty fast, since Hellbrim already came out, is probably drop like a holy relic, probably for something like Gelda. Like Gelda could pretty much need a holy relic to kind of help us compete into the meta and give us another high CC character for the demon team potentially, right? And again, like I said before, it could be possibly MELASCULA. I think it's gonna be the blue MELASCULA, just because I feel like with blue MELASCULA, she has the most potential, just because she has 2 damaging cards. All the other MELASCULAs, they don't have damaging cards. And this one had like the increased base stats by 1% for each aura field in the ultimate move gauge of both allies and enemies. Maybe they could do something where this passive can benefit the entire team. Like every character on the team gets this base stat boost, or maybe they just give a general base stat boost, like I don't know, 15%. Who knows? And then we'll have to see what they'll do, because again, this blue MELASCULA, her holy relic is tied to the red one, which is pretty unfortunate. Maybe they might apply like an undead buff thing to, or not undead, but I think it's called revival effect, to one of the characters or something like that, to help benefit off of that holy relic. Who knows? Or maybe they might just make it so her passive is going to be more suited to her commandment, which is like at the end of every turn it applies 2 ignite effects. Like you can definitely do something where pretty much your damage increases like crazy if there's ignites on the field. That would be kind of broken and cool to see, especially because you can make some cool combos like with mod speed. That would be pretty interesting. Like maybe something like per debuff on the field. Who knows? But yeah, that's just my opinion on what the LR might be if it is Melascula. So let's get into the skills. As you can see with the skills, you want to take these with a grain of salt because these are beta leaks. So again, they could have a very high potential of being super wrong. So what we got here is the rarity is going to be UR, it's going to be demon, and it says dark or red. Red is pretty terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you have the whole fairy team literally all blue and you're coming out with a red demon, bro. Unless you're LR Millum, unless you got like type advantage against everything, that's gonna be pretty hectic, right? But then again, I mean, most characters are broken against everything, so maybe not gonna be too effective. We'll have to see. It's just that the fairy team is pretty tanky. And it said it would be a new type of commandment that doesn't affect stats but more of the gameplay. That could be cool. And it says applicable allies, demons, and commandments, which makes sense. Will be a huge DPS that gets stronger for every commandment in the field. That sounds terrible. Just because, again, like I said before, there's not too many good commandments that are LR'd. So being based on commandments will be pretty hectic. Unless they drop LR Melascula like this update, which they're not, because we just got LR Hellbro. So the only person you got is with Gallon, which is unfortunate. I mean, you could make it so maybe like you are Demon Meliodas and put like a commandment on him, but he's still not considered a commandment, right? He said a gray debuff, infect. Ooh, infect. Like, give him like the Sun Jin Woo where it applies first and then you do damage, so you can infect fairies. That'd be cool. We'll have a one-shot mechanic, unclear if it's like Irons or not. Okay, interesting. Will be debuff base. Scales off ults. Sounds like every whale festival. Damage cap. Okay, damage cap. That's okay. We don't know if it's gray or gonna be a blue damage cap. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Because again, when they usually make characters, they usually base it off of the older original character, and Demon King did have like a damage cap for himself, so it makes sense that they'll probably like try to ease that into this new Demon King Zeldrris. Will make demons, especially himself, super tanky. I don't know how you're gonna make demons tanky, bro, unless you give them like damage cap. Unless that's what they mean, they give them like damage cap and stuff like that, or because like demons isn't like a tank, a defense-based team. It's more so offensive. So trying to make it tanky will be kind of difficult. Will prevent enemies from using skills. Again, they probably taking that based off the older Zeldrris in terms of like the ults. Make it so an ally is immune to commandment effects. Same thing. They probably taking off the older Zeldrris. Give allies attack / damage increase. Okay. Rank up skills mechanic. Again, taken from the older Demon King Zeldrris, which it is possible. Again, I want to say this. I'm not saying like, yo, okay, these scenes pretty fake, because it sounds like most of the stuff is coming from the older Demon King Zeldrris. Because again, some of these characters do take from their original counterparts. It just don't be sounding like the same thing, right? Like we have like what's it, Marilli, well, where you have Elizabeth revive for themselves, and then you have the high DPS damage from Meliodas, and then you got the shield as a talent. Like, you have things that are taken away from the older counterparts. It's just in a newer, fresher way. And it's a new attack card mixed with effects. Makes sense. New debuff card, which activates through shield like Sun Jin. Okay, that sounds perfect. I'm assuming that's gonna be the infect. AoE damage scale off of ult per ult level. It'll cause more effects. Will steal something from enemies. Okay. And tickets will be given for the banner. Makes sense. For core story chapter, we will see the moves of a new hero, and then it has question mark Donnie. I don't know if that's gonna be the new hero, but sure. Demon theme banner. You are Melly, Halloween Essos, the Green Sigurd, Gelda. I think, would a demon base banner be broken, or be really good? Probably for like the seasonal, like Green Sigurd and Halloween Esterosa and Gelda. It's just a demon's not really that. They're not those guys no more. They're not those guys. The relics unsure, but tier, demon backline, or Gelda. The level boost event thingy should return. And yeah, and they think it's gonna be this Zeldrris as well too, just because with this Zeldrris, it's the younger adult one. I know I saw one thing on like a social media post about this, okay, on how they thought it was this one, just because on like the bottom icon for this, like this part right here, it shows like this image. You can't even see it. There you go. But you got the little line through it, kind of resembling this eye that Zeldrris have on his armor. And then Demon King was bugged as well after doing like a certain interaction with him to let you know that, okay, he is going to be the festival. And like I said before, like, it's unfortunate because right now demons, they have cool characters right now, but they definitely need a lot newer characters. Like, you literally had the fairy team get 3 or 4 new characters. The human team got like 8 or 10 new characters. Like, the demons definitely need a little bit of adjustment. Like, because the only thing you can probably put like is Marilli, LR Gallon probably gonna get some use now. Probably Demon Sigurd, and then obviously the new Zeldrris. If it is to be that he is based on like the commandments, stuff like that, we will have to see. Man, it's just that demons doesn't really have too much potential at the moment. It's unfortunate because, you know, like, I would want to say like, yo man, we need like we need a collab for the demons, but I know it's not gonna happen. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, let me know, how do you feel? Are you excited for potentially young adult Demon King Zeldrris being the next festival? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, guys, this is Marilli, guys. I'm out. Peace.